Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and we will present our discussion about element of paragraph. So before that, let me introduce our member of group. First me, Muhammad Ikhwan, and then Zafran Will, and then Rifai Saja, and then the other one is Emilul. So the first paragraph will be performed by Zafran. So Zafran hands yours.
Lanjut je lah. Kak.
Okay, first paragraph. Human migration has by no means come to an end. Large scale migration still make daily news. The United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights affirms anyone's right to live his or her homeland, to seek a better life elsewhere. But it can. First paragraph.
Bang.
Human migration has by no means come to an end. Large-scale migration still make daily news. The United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights affirms anyone's right to leave his or her homeland to seek a better life elsewhere. But it cannot guarantee that there will be any place willing to take anyone. As in the past, the major push and pull factor behind contemporary migration are economic and political. Also, people are trying to move from the poor countries to the rich countries and from the politically repressed countries to more democratic countries. In addition, millions of people are feeling civil and international warfare. Pressure for migration are growing, and in coming years they may constitute the world's greatest political and economic problem. Element of paragraph. Topic is human migration. Topic sentence is human migration has by no means come to an end. Major detail is large-scale migration still make daily news. Minor details is number one, the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights affirms anyone's right to leave his or her homeland to seek a better life elsewhere. But it cannot guarantee that there will be any place willing to take anyone. The minor details number two is the major push and pull factor behind contemporary migration are economic and political. Number three, people are trying to move from the poor countries to the rich countries and from the politically repressed countries to more democratic countries. And the last major detail is millions of people are fleeing civil and international warfare. Interconnection. The paragraph interconnectedness stems from the intricate nature and worldwide effect of human migration. It links different phases of migration, such as the main reasons for living and being attracted, economic and political factor, the destination people migrate to, and the wide-ranging societal, political, and economic impact of migration. It suggests that human migration extends beyond local boundaries exerting significant global influence. Moreover, it suggests that migration may evolve into a multifaceted, multifaceted political and economic challenge in the future. Hence, the paragraph underscores how human migration interrelates with various aspects of life and carries extensive implications on a global scale. Accuracy. Based on the paragraph, its accuracy appears to be appropriate. The paragraph covers various essential aspects of human migration, including the primary push and pull factor, migration destination, as well as the wide-ranging social, politic, and economic impact of migration. This statement aligns with the common understanding of human migration and reflects the complexity and global effect of this phenomenon. Coherence. The coherence or the connection and logical flow between the sentence of the paragraph appears to be quite good. The paragraph will its argument gradually, starting with the statement about the continuation of the phenomenon of human migration, followed by an explanation of the push and pull factor of migration and the reverse migration destination. Subsequently, the paragraph presents the broad social, political, and economic impacts of human migration. The sequential delivery of this information forms a clear and logical progression, creating strong connection between various parts of the paragraph. Thus, overall, the coherence can be considered good as it helps the reader understand the topic smoothly and effectively.
Thanks to Zafran to perform the first paragraph, and then the second one will perform it.
Yeah.
The second paragraph is be careful not to evaluate negatively the cultural differences you see. Be careful that you don't fall into the trap of ethnocentric thinking, evaluating your culture positively and other cultures negatively. For example, many Americans of Northern European descent evaluate negatively the tendency of many Hispanics and Southern Europeans to use the street for a gathering place, for playing dominoes, and for just sitting on a cool evening. Whether you like or dislike using the street this way, recognize that neither attitude is logically correct or incorrect. This street behavior is simply etiquette or inetiquette for members of the culture. The element of the paragraph, the first topic, the topic is evaluate cultural differences, and then we have a topic sentence. Topic sentence is be careful not to evaluate negatively the cultural differences you perceive. Be careful that you don't fall into the trap of the ethnocentric thinking, evaluating your culture positively and other cultures negatively. And then we have a major detail. The major detail is, for example, many Americans of Northern European descent evaluate negatively the tendency of many Hispanics and Southern Europeans to use the street for gathering place, for playing dominoes, and for just sitting on a cool evening. And the minor detail, or whether you like or dislike using the street in this way, recognize that neither attitude is logically correct or incorrect. This street behavior is simply etiquette or inetiquette for members of the culture. The interconnection, the second paragraph is the interconnection in this paragraph lies in emphasis on cultural awareness and avoiding ethnocentric thinking. It highlights the importance of recognizing and respecting cultural differences without automatically evaluating them as positive or negative based on one's own cultural perspective. The paragraph connects the caution against negative evaluation of cultural differences with the concept of ethnocentric thinking, which involves judging other cultures based on the standard of one's own culture. By providing an example of Americans of Northern European descent negatively evaluating the street behavior of Hispanic and Southern Europeans, the paragraph illustrates how ethnocentrism can manifest in everyday observation and judgments. The accuracy. The paragraph effectively addresses the concept of cultural relativism and the dangers of the ethnocentric thinking. It accurately portrays that the idea that cultural practices should not be automatically judged as right or wrong based on one's own cultural perspective. The coherence. The coherence of the paragraph is quite strong. It frequently outlines the concept of caution and evaluating cultural differences and the dangers of ethnocentric thinking. Firstly, the paragraph introduces the concept of the importance of not negatively evaluating cultural differences based on our ethnocentric perspective. Then, by providing a concrete example of how individuals from a certain cultural background may negatively assess the behavior of another culture, the paragraph illustrates the risk of ethnocentric thinking and evaluating other cultures. Furthermore, the paragraph explains that there is no logically correct or incorrect aspect to cultural practices, but rather that these practices are simply educated or uneducated for members of that culture. This forms a logical and cohesive flow in discussing the concept of caution and ethnocentric